KDB.
Beats Planet.
And me and Will Steele are not matching colors on purpose. It is what it is. It's the party.
Shit happens, man.
Like,
well, look, it's cool when it's a black shirt, but orange.
You know, you like, well, the way I see it, and it's so great how to say it, but the way I see it though, Will, it is, I don't know what we do about what, like 180 shows a year. It ain't but 12 colors we can wear.
Facts,
you know
that's true. That's true.
It's bound to happen, you know what I'm talking about? But whatever, man. This wasn't on purpose. Will, my guy, so I'll let it slide, man. Let it slide. It's Voch Lombardi live, dog. We're man, me and Will still just had these conversations prior to the show. We would love to sell y'all that content. We'd love to get it away for free. I ain't gonna sell it. We'd love to sell that content to y'all one day.
The story is coming, bro.
Yeah, we'll freely give it to you one day. I just told Will this, when this happens, we'll catch y'all up on things, 100%. Man. But you know, this thing here is a thing. Patreon been booming the last couple of days, Master William. The Patreon been booming. The Patreon film sessions have been fire. You know, just a time for all of us to come together and study. Us to just come together and just slowly but surely figure out the dudes that are you know, Cowboys now. You know, this isn't just some place where I'm just gonna come out with, you know, miscellaneous excitement and not back it up. You know what I mean? This is a place on the Patreon, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. This is a place to where, you know, we back up what we think here. So we'll go on the Patreon and we'll say something, and I'll come on here, Voch Lombardi live with Skywalker Steele, and I'll tell y'all my true actual findings. You know, we watch with a little bit of detail and nuance there, right? I got to get my nuance button back. You know what I mean? My Nas drop. I got to get my nuance button back, Will Steele. But you know, this whole draft coverage is just giving us a new boost. It's giving us some new energy, you know. And at some point after like rookie mini camps or whatever, you know, like the little joints, and there's gonna be like a 2 weeks between that and like training camp. Me and Will gonna disappear for like 2 weeks and just like rest. But as of now, we tearing the shit up. We are working. We are here for y'all. We love you to pieces. All right. I'm your host, Lombardicus Prime, you know.
AKA Ferrari.
VOCHLOMBARDI. I'm being point guarded by the best in the business, Master William Steele.
That's enough damn salt there, Willie.
No more Big Willie. My game is grown. Prefer you call me William.
What's happening, partner?
I was in dojo today, man. And I just think about the show all the time. I was in dojo just hitting the bag, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go on Fiverr and get somebody to professionally do a little radio stinger for me. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple of them Jones. You have, and that's where I got it from. I got a dude for you. I'll send you a dude. Unless you want a woman's voice.
I'll do both.
Yeah.
I ain't shit. I do both.
I mean, some women do some nice ones too.
Yeah, but we got to get the right sounds because some women sell the voices that do this kind of. We ain't gonna do that. We getting fired, Will. We getting fired.
Slaterade.
I just got this job.
Your mama sure does care about your school inside.
You know what I'm talking about? So, hey, man, it is what it is on that. But, hey, man, we're back with a great episode here. Today, we're going to talk about the Cowboys' third round pick, DeMarvion Overshown. I'm going to give my general thoughts on it. Will Steele is going to give us a little breakdown. Also, we almost been in lockstep almost. You going to talk about Overshown tomorrow? On
Monday.
Monday?
Because, I'm separating. I'm trying to space a bit because they start rookie minicamp next weekend. So I think by the time we get there, I should be cool with the first 5 picks. I don't know if I'm gonna do the last 2. So.
Yeah, you ain't got to overwork.
For first 5, I should Deuce. I'm gonna put Deuce in there, but I ain't gonna lie to you. But
you know what's funny? Well, I was looking at Eric Scott and Jalen Brooks, and I was like, man, I'd be offended if all the content people started rocking with the undrafted dudes before the 6th and the 7th round pick. You know what I mean? I'd be upset, but
I mean,
make the team, and then we'll talk about you. You know what I'm saying? Shit, go out there and do somebody.
Yeah.
Let's see. DeMarvion Overshown. Fun player, Will Steele. And I think there needs to be a lot of context that comes with fun player.
Yes.
I'll run some highlights in a second. So me and Will Steele was talking backstage, and he said, yeah, Voch, I was watching film on DeMarvion Overshown, man. I cut on the Alabama game, and the first thing I remember in the Patreon, the first game we cut on was the Alabama game, and I was like, boy, that's a bad game to start with.
Yep.
That's a bad game to start.
Bro, I got about 20 or about 15 minutes in. I ain't finished it, and I was like, okay, let's go to this Oklahoma one. I wanted to see 2022 tape.
It's film long too, Will Steele, but these are 40-minute film sessions, right? So on the patreon.com/Voch Lombardi, as a Patreon community, we decided to break down DeMarvion Overshown into 2 days. I'll tell you why. I had 8 film sessions on him. I'll tell you why. I know you want to look at the 2022, which is the most recent version of the play. I do agree with that, but let me tell you why I decided to go so hard on 21 and 20, right? Because people came to my chat, they brought it to my attention. They say, Voch, over the past couple of years, past 5 or so years, DeMarvion Overshown has had 3 different coordinators. I go, So that's basically 3 different people using him in 3 different ways. So I tried to be a soldier, right? Hey, man, we're going to watch 8 games of linebacker, and Will Steele linebacker so boring for me. Like, I love offensive line because something happened every play.
You put me on that, man. I can't get away from the O-line film. I love it.
The Marvin boy linebacker film so boring, but we had to get through it, right? We had to get through it. And I wanted to watch 3 years of Overshown to see how those 3 different coordinators had used them. Some years they ask him to cover a bit more. Some years they play him out at nickel. Sometimes they make him play true safety. Some years they leave him right at Mike linebacker, which is not a good idea in my opinion. We'll talk about it. For the most part, they did use him as a blitzing guy. I mean, you can't deny his upfield ability and all that kind of stuff, right? Let me do this. I got some film for Overshown, right? But on that token, I just want to warn everybody, right? Do not be out here trusting the highlight tapes. I'm about to play mine right now. But look, do as I say, not as I do.
I got your cut up if you want me to play it.
Oh, please. You the best in the world.
I got you, brother.
You the best in the business. Hey, don't always take highlights. But there are some things that you can pull from highlights, right? There's a certain time I think highlights are important. And I think highlights are good for seeing what a player can do, to seeing what a player is capable of, right? At some point, you got to go to the regular film to see the player's deficiencies. You got to see what they're, more so like play in and play out, things of that nature, right? So if you watch DeMarvion Overshown highlights, we'll still hear top 10 player. Right. But at the end of the day, we are talking about a player that you drafted at 90th overall. Right. There's going to be some warts, like Jerry Jones said. There's going to be some things that he needs to be coached up. There's going to be some tweaking. And I don't even think you got to do too much. I just think you got to limit some things. Right. One thing I always talk about in draft season, don't ask these players to do something that they're not going to be great at. Just like find out what they're really good at and keep asking their ass to do that thing over and over and over again. DeMarvion Overshown is a guy, his athleticism is fun. Size, height, length, all that, fun. Him moving forward, fun. His burst between linebacker and hitting whoever in the backfield when he sees it, fun. When DeMarvion sees it and identifies it and he hit his keys properly and he got a clear shot to somebody, oh, Will said he's so fun when he got a clear shot to somebody. He recognized it and he ain't, confused or he ain't window dressed. Like he ain't window dressed out of his shoes and nothing. Will Steele.
And it don't take much. So I don't even know if I want to call it window dress. Anyway, some players, right? Yeah, this cross motion got him, but Overshown, you can tell I ain't played his position that long.
It could be simple play action,
yes.
and he'll hit the referee. He'll do it, right? But Will, the one thing I can say about Overshown, out of most guys in this draft, out of all the guys the Cowboys drafted, right? Overshown has got to be the most when he's on guy, right? When Overshown is good, he's impressive. He's just not as good all the time as other guys. So that's a consistency thing, right? That's the thing about consistency, and it comes down to coaching. Now, are you floor guy or are you ceiling guy? Chat, Voch ain't ceiling guy. Voch don't like to take a ball of trace and try to turn that dude into something. Dan Quinn, Will McClay, this coaching staff, they love to do that shit. They love to do it. They love to take some kid that does some things that these other guys can't do, and they will, make that player do that. Now, Will Steele, when I talked about the window dress and all this other thing earlier, I heard you say, man, that's crazy. Tell me what you thought was crazy before I move on, because I don't want you to forget.
Well, you was talking about when he sees it,
yeah,
he can get there. What I put in my notes, I said I think this is the part where I said he gets downhill so fast. It's a gift and a curse. It's a gift because if he meets you there, he's running through you. It's a curse because his awareness isn't a strength. So he's just going to click and go. But when he click and he goes and he's confident in what he sees, the field that he can, that he can make up for with his steps, because he got these long legs, right? He's got these, these long steps that he takes, these long strides. It's crazy, but I don't see that consistently. It's like reckless abandon almost.
Sure. And sometimes, I think he'll have many more sacks if he wouldn't just run past people. You know what I mean? How many times did you watch his film and he'll get to the backfield in a hurry, right? But you just take one step and he flying 5 yards back and hitting the damn umpire. Like, he does that, right?
Yeah.
So if I was a coach, right? We're just talking about this. Well, what's his name? Scott McCurley. That's the linebackers coach. If I'm the linebackers coach and I'm tasked to fix DeMarvion Overshown, and I might do this for the rest of the players that we draft and the undrafted guys. I think that'll be a fun exercise. If I was the coach, how would I fix him? I think Texas tried to make him play smarter than he was. I ain't call him a dumb player, but I think they put a lot of shoulder up responsibility on him.
An experienced player is what he is at the position.
Very inexperienced. Fantastic, Will Steele. I don't want him as a Mike linebacker. It's too much responsibility in that, right? Sometimes as a coverage guy, like they'll put him in a zone and make him figure shit out in front of him. I don't want him figuring shit out in front of him as a zone cover guy. I think he has upside as a man cover guy because he's athletic enough. He can move around really well, right? But Will Steele, when you hear the reports that they want to put a little weight on him and make him move forward, that shit makes all the sense in the world.
Yes.
That make all the sense in the world. When DeMarvion got to figure stuff out and he got to deal with trash, he got to run into blocks, and he got to diagnose, it's a problem for him. I think, Will, and I wonder if Dan Quinn, how Dan Quinn would kind of do this, right? Because sometimes they'll put JK at linebacker and he ain't got to deal with blocks, right? You would think that a dude that you put weight on and make go forward is a Sam linebacker. But the type of dude I want Overshown to be is somebody that wouldn't have to deal with blocks, that just kind of hangs behind one text and cleans up. I think he'll be a good cleanup guy if he can diagnose. But that's a will linebacker, right? So in my mind, I wonder if there's a type of role that I can make DeMarvion go forward from will linebacker, right? And I wonder what Dan Quinn has for him. This dude is such a combination of traits. I don't even think they know what to do with him. let's get into this quote right here, Will Steele, from the linebacker, Dallas Cowboys linebackers coach Scott McCurley. You talking about where DeMarvion Overshown kind of fits in?
You know what? I think we'll get to a point where we'll feel him out and really know what he can do when he gets in here. But he is a very aggressive, fast linebacker that we can add into the mix. He can do a lot coverage-wise against backs and tight ends. He's a good rusher. He did some things on the line of scrimmage to rush the passer. So really a versatile player that I think we can mix into the fold as we need him.
On my chat and Patreon, I was like, hey man, use him as a weapon, but not like a linebacker for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you put the tag of linebacker on him, I think that comes with, you know, different responsibilities, right? But if he's a dude out there and on draft day, I said Donovan Wilson, and I'm just so proud that all the brass been saying Donovan Wilson, right? But if he's just a dude that just get to risk his life to hit people, I think that's a good role for him. Something about Micah. When he came out, you know, y'all know how. Also, look, the draft show covers, right? They talked to one of the scouts. They're like, "Hey, man, did y'all see Micah as a pass rush for?" I was like, "Nah, man, but the athletic traits fits in, so we just put him there, and it worked out that one time when Buddy got hurt on whatever, right?" So, in my mind, I'm not saying that DeMarvion Overshown is Micah Parsons. I'm not saying that, but DeMarvion got length. DeMarvion got upfield explosion. And when you watch him rush, he did kind of have a little bend, didn't he, Will Steele?
If he gets the shoulder, if he gets the dip, because I seen some tackles when they got his hands on him, he's so light that they could knock him off. I tell you what I love from a pass rush standpoint when it comes to him. And actually, let me put up some of these clips from I think it was at the Senior Bowl. Shout out to Marcus Mosier. He dropped some of these Senior Bowl pass rush clips. But this isn't even really what I like the most about him as a pass rusher. In my notes, I said I don't see a linebacker, like a natural linebacker just yet, because obviously he wasn't one until midway through his career. But he got that first step that is crazy. When he is lining up as an edge, kind of like an outside linebacker type, and he's in that track stance, my goodness. You know, his first step is crazy. But I like him kind of using that first step to get the lineman to come upfield, and then they use him as a loop guy. I almost see him getting home every time in the two games that I watched so far, not every single time getting home, but causing some issues with that center or that guard because he's so skinny and he's so fast and he kind of glides in that loop because he's super athletic. So for a team that likes to do a lot of stunts, Voch, you remember when the very first game with Damone Clark, who was a linebacker's linebacker, Damone Clark got home on a stunt when he blitzed. Damone Clark ain't this type of blitzer. I don't believe he's this type of athlete as a blitzer as DeMarvion Overshown. So if they use him kind of in a stunt role early on, I think there's something there. But if they're going to utilize him as a will linebacker, right now, he got a lot of room to grow, a whole lot of room before he steps on the field and is counted on as a linebacker, in my opinion.
Closing speed, man. Closing speed is what really gives him that advantage. Let's hear from Coach McCurley talk about DeMarvion as a pass rusher. Their plan to use him as a pass rusher.
You know what? I think what you said right there and the way we used Micah and the things we've done with our linebackers, whether it's put them on the edge and rush, whether it's rush from off the ball and blitz, I think he has the ability to do all of those things, and we'll get to a point where we feel him out and put him in the best role for him. But he's got a lot of the skill set we're looking for.
Getting downhill in a hurry, man, and you know, so this is a situation perfectly, Will Steele, where he's definitely not like a pass rushing edge dude, but he's more of a blitzing guy.
Yeah,
right. So I wonder, do we use DeMarvion Overshown like? You know, does he have this role, this defined position, or is he just going to be, you know, listed as defender that just kind of run around and just does shit, right? The first thing that I said was a couple of days ago, I said on Twitter, I was like, I would love to see Overshown just, you know, be a Jalen Hurts guy, like when we,
spy,
you know what I mean? When we run into and look, not even just spy guy, right? But if you know, because Jalen gonna run sometimes just in run game stuff. Hey, like let this dude be a missile downhill to just hit and Jalen Hurts heavy and DeMarvion Overshown got to, you know what I'm saying?
Like, don't worry about the running back. Your job is just directly hit his ass. And if he hands it off, so what? Hit him.
if he hands the ball off, we got 10 other people on that, because look how the Eagles run the football. And this is just normal read option stuff, right? Even if Jalen hands the ball off, there's a fake pull and run, as you know, just as if I'm running. If I'm Dan Quinn and the boys, hey man, the 10 of y'all on running back, you on Hurts. And if the other 10 of y'all see Hurts got the ball, then you can kind of come off and go chase Hurts. But I want Overshown to lay hits on him in the run game and quarterback spy. I want you to run around and just chase Hurts, right? And I think just as a role, I keep saying this, Will Steele, role player. This year, I don't think DeMarvion Overshown is not going to do nothing for you at linebacker this year. Vander Esch is a guy. Clark is a guy. I would expect for Jabril to do anything, or he getting cut. But unless something catastrophic happens, Overshown is just going to be a kicking teams guy, which I'm fine with. That just means that, you know, we had to do linebacker wise. I mean, I would love to add some more, but whatever.
Yeah, I would still add a veteran. Again,
I would love to add some more. But now I'm just in this place to where, all right, man, how can Overshown help us here? Because you just heard Coach say, hey, man, he even got some coverage ability with, you know, tight ends and running backs. I think we got a lot of guys in this building that got coverage ability with tight ends and running backs. But if there's just hey, man, we're going to pull out Izzy in this game and let him cover Godwin, and he going to do something different next game. If Overshown over 17 games got 17 different roles, that's fun for me. I'll take that. I'll take that, bro.
I think by midway through the season, you hope that, you know, from a developmental standpoint, he's there enough to where he can contribute on defense, because the talent is there. It's a potential pick, right? It's just a low floor right now, but the ceiling is really, really high. So I'm hoping by mid-season you can kind of see him come around and being comfortable out there, because I think these backers are going to be clean, Voch. Between Hankins and Mozzie, I think they're going to be clean. If they can stay clean, that's what I had here. He has to be clean, and he has to be utilized coming forward.
Hey, man, and the one thing that we saw when we were watching the film is that if no offensive lineman got hands on him, it was bound to be a fun play. If they didn't touch him, it was bound to be a fun play, sideline to sideline, or going forward. But anyway, Coach Scott McCurley talking about DeMarvion Overshown as a cover guy.
Yeah, no question. I think when you talk about versatility as a linebacker, to keep linebackers on the field, at some point you got to cover. There's going to be matchups against a back or a tight end that at the end of the day, you're going to have to go out there and challenge and compete. So we love his ability there. He's got great length. He's got great speed, and really has all the tools to work himself into being a good cover linebacker.
Did you watch him as a cover guy, Will Steele?
I have right here. I don't really see a ton of awareness in the passing game, down in, down out for a former safety at that. Because before I watched him, I was just assuming, right? Oh, he's a safety, you know. And you look at the highlights, he got interceptions and whatnot. But I don't really see a whole bunch of cover stuff there. But I said it could be the depth adjustment. You know, as a safety, former safety, myself, everything's in front of you. You have extreme confidence that nothing gets behind you because that's your job. At the linebacker spot, you're worrying about what's going on in front of you. You got the play action happening. You got tight ends and receivers running behind you. You got guys running in front of you. So he doesn't seem as sure of himself at that depth. I haven't watched any safety play, so I really don't know how he was at safety. But I'm not really seeing all this amazing coverage ability just yet. I'm only 2 games, right? So
I think that's cap too, dog. I didn't see him as a great cover guy. In my mind, I do think he has upside to be a great man, solid. I say great, like a solid man cover dude. You know,
run with a guy. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he has length. You know what I mean? But I don't want him like diagnosing that. I don't want him like there's a thing. I don't want him to be safety. There's another dude that we drafted that I think can be a safety, but
I lost to the sauce in coverage.
Look, he will really look around on film like he lost.
But bro, when he tried though, he might miss it, but he tried. That's at least I give him that. He's trying in coverage.
He going 100% every single time, man. The chat is getting on in my orange shirt. Fuck y'all.
Hey man, get on my guy with the orange shirt, man. We both got orange shirts on. Relax.
Yeah, but they said that my shit like an orange Fanta.
Oh shit.
I saw somebody say peach Fago. Somebody said that the volume is sponsored by Whataburger. Matt Owen said that one. And let's see, it was some other little shit up in here, but
let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
This is why I wear all black. But but look, let me tell you something. One day I'm gonna have my turn. And when it's my turn, I will attack you with great oh damn, Von say fresh out of jail. God damn, come on, man.
Let me tell you something. He ain't lying because look, we bond off of so many things we ain't realize, but people watching is one of them. Yeah. And we was down there at camp, man. Oh, the people watching slaying we was doing. So y'all go ahead, get them in now. But you better come correct when we see you.
Don't get on this phone. Don't get on this phone neither. But like I say though, man, this is the like there's something about this show, man. Like when I see people get sensitive because I may have said something funny about somebody on the show or whatever, and Voch, you being rude to the callers, I'm leaving the show. Motherfucker, defend me to them. You know what I mean? If not, just let us keep having fun, man. I'm not going, man. How trash would it be if I just started blocking people for saying something about my shirt on?
Right. I just said that earlier this morning. I said, man, we got to laugh at ourselves. Like that's what we do on our shows. We laugh at ourselves, man.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. But DeMarvion Overshown, though, I do think he'll be a really good player for us. I think he's more of a future guy. Once we figure out his role, because Coach McCurley's first thing he said was, "Hey man, shit, we gonna figure out what he got, man. We gonna figure the shit out, and then we gonna let him loose, So right now, I think he's gonna be a kicking team dude, and I think that's important too. That's important too. If you're gonna go on this Super Bowl run, you need a kicking team guy, but he's definitely ceiling dude. But I think Will, what do you think his ceiling is? Like give me a projected ceiling.
I was just about to chime in and say I did some superlatives earlier this week before I even watched all of these guys. Right now, you can't watch them in one day.
My chat don't know what that means. Will say what that means.
Oh, draft superlatives. So best pick, safest pick, most likely to have the biggest impact year one. And one of mine was biggest question mark. Like who has the biggest question mark? And originally I said Eric Scott. But the more I watch Overshown, I think I'm switching it here. I am a big fat question mark on him. And it's not necessarily a negative thing. I don't want that to be a negative because there's traits there. There's the athleticism that's there. But he quite literally doesn't fit into any box. So I have no idea how they're going to utilize this guy. So I don't even know what his ceiling is because I don't know. What is he doing? What is he doing? Is he linebacker? The ceiling might not be that high. Is it blitz guy? Does he convert to pass? We didn't get to this yet, but have you seen Isaiah Land? Yeah. Matter of fact, you sent me the everybody talking about Isaiah Land being this exact type of player that Overshown we're talking about potentially being, meaning, undersized pass rusher, maybe will guy, Sam guy, whatever, but not linebacker, not quite just pass rusher either. Big fat question mark, Voch. I have no idea what his ceiling is because I don't know what the hell he's going to do.
Hey man, if I think at this point, I think Dan is a guy that's just kind of throwing darts just to see. Like every year he's going to draft like a versatile dude and he's going to draft like the longest wingspan guy. You know what I mean? Just kind of throw darts and see what happens. And I would love to see what happens with D Overshown. Because at the end of the day, what I can say is when he's on, he is exciting. There's a lot of space between them exciting plays.
You know what? As you say that, the ceiling may be what's in front of them. Hankins and Mozzie. And if they continue to keep that clean in front of him, then I think the learning curve speeds up a little bit, maybe.
Love it. Hey man, let's get into the calls, man. It's fantastic analysis by my guy Will Steele. Y'all check my Skywalker Steele. And look, he did a fantastic show with Patrick O.C. Walker from DallasCowboys.com. And now see, y'all just kind of come here because we just laugh, talk shit, and tell jokes. But Will Steele is a professional in the morning. When he get to my show, I don't know what he do, but he is a professional in the morning. So when motherfuckers get hurt, he has doctors on. He reaches out to people around the media. We have media friends. He got media credentials. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want some information, even more than what we'll give you here, go tap in to A to Z Dallas on YouTube from 8:30 to 10:30. Man, check them out.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. I'll give y'all 4 minutes before I lock the phone. Let's get into it.
With my ankles, and you got certain things that we're all like. Our body is so symmetrical.
It's so symmetrical.
Right? You got your wrists, and then your wrists on the bottom half.
It's your ankle.
Right. You got your shoulders,
so serious.
Up your shoulders, your hips. You know what I'm saying? You got your elbows. For the elbows. You need.
Yeah, it is.
Right, he hit him with the.
He's like,
I know what I'm about to say, right?
I'm gonna say very good, very good.
He's saying so confident. He's like, you know what? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Your head is the big toe. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, you damn Skippy.
That is your foot thumb, is what that is, sir.
Good Lord.
Let's get into y'all fill on the phones.
The conference has been locked.
All right, here we go. I didn't unlock somebody. Who is it? Malcolm, what's up?
Hey, what's happening, bro? How y'all doing?
What's good, boss? What you got for the show?
All right, so first of all, I'll say, y'all did a hell of a job over the weekend with the draft coverage and everything. This was my first time watching y'all through the whole off-season process and everything, and it was real insightful and gave me a better outlook on things. And so I just wanted to give my opinions on the draft. I haven't really been able to catch up with a lot of the shows since the draft show. I'm back in school, so I'm trying to catch up on everything. So if I say something that y'all already talked about, I apologize.
Oh, good.
In my opinion, I feel like, this draft and just this whole offseason in general is, Mike McCarthy trying to establish the identity for this team.
Yes, sir.
Last year we always talked about like what is the identity of this team, what are they trying to be? They just like all over the place with the identity and everything. And I feel like this year with everything they've been doing, all the moves and the draft picks they've made, it's like this is McCarthy trying to establish that identity, kind of like what he talked about last year, like his vision that he felt like he had for the team of being, like a defensive-led team that,
yes, sir.
Runs the ball. I feel like that's what they're trying to do.
Yep, run the ball, be tough, stop the run. That's the plan with these guys here with the last 3 drafts. Yep, especially these last 2 drafts. But yeah,
right. And I just feel like last season, I feel like early on we kind of saw that a little bit, but then but with Kellen Moore just being out there in the way and coming out there and calling fake 23 blasts with backside George reverse on 2nd and long, kind of doing stuff like that, just
going
kind
crazy.
of threw everything off.
Blast is crazy
like,
though.
This year,
Going crazy.
we're gonna finally be able to see that, a true identity of this team. It's like this is what we are good at.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do every week. Try and stop us.
Yep. Hey, Malcolm, man, you make some fantastic points, and you ain't got to worry about saying the point again because we gonna keep saying that all the way to training camp. That's what this guy's brought here for. That's what Mozzie's here for. That's what Sam Williams is brought here for. That's what we need Bohanna and Osa to step up to do. We're gonna keep talking about this. Mike McCarthy feel like you need to run the ball. You need to stop the run, and it should be a little tougher because of the people in our division, the people that we're gonna run into in the playoffs. The Giants just re-signed Lawrence. Yeah.
To 4 years, 90 million, 60 million guaranteed. My God.
Will get your Law and Order button ready. You got it?
I got it.
Wait. So don't hit it till I point at you, okay? So watch this. Voch always wearing black, but he switched to orange. I guess you could say
orange is the new black.
Come on, son. Get over yourself. Fuck off. Son.
I mean, that's a fantastic dad joke, honestly.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's great. Y'all motherfuckers need to start a YouTube channel or some shit, dog. That's motherfucking crazy. We're gonna go to D. Yo, L said that they got road work ahead like written on our shirts and some shit. Like y'all motherfuckers ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good. DJ, what up, man?
Hey, what's up, Voch? How y'all doing today?
Life good, but it sounds like you running around, man. What's going on? Somebody chasing you?
Oh no, not this time. Not this time. Not today.
Not this.
Happened before, but not today.
I got you, bro. What you got for the show?
No, I was just calling and talking about Overshown. Mainly the way that we hopefully use him is that they kind of convert him over to just this utility, Swiss Army knife kind of dude where they can kind of run him up. What they were doing with Micah his first year, his rookie year. Right. Because linebacker-wise, and I mentioned it last night in the Patreon while we were watching, I hate the guy. Right? I can't stand about the linebacker.
Overshown? Overshown? You hate Overshown?
Overshown.
Okay.
As a linebacker, his athleticism, definitely his ability to track the ball behind the line of scrimmage and chase people down is magnificent. So you don't want to lose that. I'm not saying he's a bad defender. I just hate him as a linebacker personally.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that you can't use him, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I wouldn't even look at him as really like, yes, he's a linebacker and he'll be in the linebacker room.
Sure.
But hopefully, like y'all been saying, he gets utilized more as just a face forward, downhill, fine ball, hit ball kind of guy.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's that's what we think though. I mean, he's gonna be some hybrid of what a Will linebacker, Sam linebacker, strong safety, blitzing guy would look like, whatever that is.
Yeah, I think he's a guy that's really good in pursuit, but not a really good. He got to be better as a tackler.
Yeah,
he was 21st in the draft class and missed tackle percentage. He missed over 13% of his tackles. So, that could be because he's not a linebacker, really.
Yeah, play a lot of ball too. Yeah, that motherfucker tired.
Well, and I think just from if you're applying it to Dallas. Maybe he gets a little bit of time at that big nickel spot that JK and Donovan Wilson will utilize that. Like ideally, for me, as of right now, not seeing anything else and seeing how he interacts with the rest of the team and what his speed is compared to the rest of the defensive speed, that's where I would slot him in if you put a gun to my head today.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sound good. I mean, I'm just gonna trust Dan and Will on this, but at the end of the day, man, he's the 90th overall pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes ain't gonna be perfect at this point. Like, when we talk about
sure.
when we talk about Junior, there's gonna be some caveats from him. We talk about Asim, there's gonna be some caveats from him. So that's just where we at.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, if you were to put him, like, let's say that JOK year, what was it, JOK and all those other guys. I mean, I feel like he would have gone later. It's just like the talent, the upper echelon talent in this draft was good, but then the drop off was immediate, fast, and in a hurry. So I honestly feel like if this was any other draft, he would have gone later. But again, we'll trust him on that. But that's all I got. I get out your way, brother.
Okay, appreciate you, man. Good call, DJ. Man, Will Steele, I love this phone, both us.
Yeah.
Box in the middle of the box. Yeah, that's a fire little box. Hey, Will Steele, man, just to show how consistent I am, bro. Just to show how consistent I am. DeMarvion Overshown had a game versus ULL, University of Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Louisiana.
From 2021. You want to know who the right guard was for that team?
Who was that?
Osiris Torrance. And I tried to.
You tried to find it. You tried to find something, your ass. I don't know.
Well, I tried to focus on Overshown, but it just turned into. Let me just make sure I was still right about Osiris. Let me just make sure I was still right about Osiris.
Look, so you was being I told you so guy to yourself.
Yes, sir. And me and the whole chat. Like it came to a point where we stopped watching Overshown. Like look, I'll be like, all right, so let's take a look at Overshown on this play. Okay. Let's see what Osiris did. Look at that trash ass shit, boy. Look at this motherfucker. All right, we're DeMarvion Overshown. Oh, hey, DeMarvion drop back in coverage, ain't hitting. But all right, let's look at what Osiris. Look at this shit. This y'all 26. This y'all first. This y'all
second round pick.
Dog. I just kept getting. I got this montage of like Maurice Jones-Drew saying good things about him. About different people on Cowboys social media. That was like, oh, I take him at 26, And look, I ain't saying I'm right every time. I ain't saying nobody else wrong. I ain't saying none of that, Will Steele. But when I watched Osiris Torrance, I was just like, yo, man, this dude ain't good for real. And I almost caught myself being phony, bro. I wasn't wrong, bro. And when people say he good and he's a mauler, I need them to show me the film that he was a mauler at. Because even when I wasn't trying to watch him,
yeah, he said
he garbage. He ain't gonna be doing no interviews on this show, boy.
Breaking news: Cowboys trade for Osiris Torrance, and he wants to do an interview with Voch Lombardi. You sure about that? Oh,
No, you don't.
You sure about that? Oh,
No, you don't. Oh shit, man. Let's get Trey on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, Trey?
What up with the rocket child not doing?
Boy, you in a rocket ship for real, Trey. Roll your windows up, man.
Hello, what's up? What's up with it, Mike? You hear me?
Yeah. What's good with you, man?
Man, chilling. I was hearing what you said about when you was like when they running the run pass option, he just need to focus on Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's the only way you're gonna stop the run pass option. Cause I remember when I was playing football,
His way stop it.
shit, I was cornerback. Sometimes coach would kick me in a linebacker and shit, and he used to tell me the same thing, like whoever the unblocked linebacker is on that down, straight for the QB. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
And that's the hello.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. So, and that was the only way. That's the only way we could have ran teams out of that formation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like coaches don't want their quarterback getting hit, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
Taking unnecessary hits like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like whether he got the ball, whether he keep that motherfucker or not, we
that mug. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I can see that. I can see that right there happening for sure. So
okay.
I've been feeling like that. When we played him the first time, I'm like, damn, just hit Jalen. Whether he got the motherfucker or not.
MF,
faking the shit out.
The shucks, faking the shucks out of that one. Yeah, I got you, Trey. Appreciate you, man. Good call. Man, Will, for some reason, Trey's voice sounded kind of older. It was like, yeah, man, we used to, you know what I'm saying? We used to defend RPOs when I was in high school. And I had, man, how old is you, dog? Like somebody 50 years old, man, shit, man. They put me at corner. I had to defend the RPO. Dog. Like, man, Wing T was out back then.
I was about to say, 50, I don't know that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But he 30. I don't think RPO was. I think read option. We was definitely read option at that time. He was in school in like 07, 06, 07, 08, 09 at that time.
Yeah,
if he's 30.
Yeah, if he's 30, probably graduated around 2012.
2010. So 2010. Well, shit, 20.
Somewhere around 2011, something like that, man.
Yeah. But
that's about right. I think that's about right when it started getting a little buck wild. In high school with the spread and the read option, not the, like you said, not the RPO.
Yeah,
but the read option.
Yeah, man.
You was coaching, weren't you?
I was coaching at the time. Yeah, for sure. And you know, man, like Tebow just went crazy 2 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dan Mullen was like at Mississippi State and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Dak ain't showed up yet. I think Dak was like 2 years.
15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. But hell yeah, boy, we was running. Shout that spread out from Mississippi, boy. Danny Savage hates everybody, so I'm sure he hates DeMarvion Overshown. So what's up, Danny?
No, not at all.
Shit.
Good afternoon, Voch. Good afternoon, Sky. Question.
What's good, Blake?
Mm-hmm. We all know Dan Quinn loved Will McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
Overshown's pretty close in size, but about 25 pounds lighter. Do you think he looks at Overshown kind of like a poor man's Will McDonald and like, I throw 25 pounds on this kid in 2 years? This kid can do the same things as Will McDonald?
No.
I'm gonna hang up and listen to the answer.
I think they're two totally different players. Well, Dan hung up. Dan, look, boy, Dan didn't know when he want to fight. Dan didn't know what he wanted. He didn't want to fight this. He just want to put that shit out there. No, I'll listen off. Nah. Will McDonald and Overshown, two totally different players, you know. And if you just speaking on Dan Quinn's usage, I think Dan will use him differently, honestly. So,
Will McDonald can legitimately rush the passer. He went top 15.
Will McDonald went to the Jets. Yeah.
Top 15 because of how dominant he was as a pass rusher. I don't.
He broke Von Miller's sack record, dog.
Now, if he maybe would have added a little bit more context to it, like if it doesn't work out in this kind of rover, we don't know what to do with you role. Just hey man, put his hand in the dirt. Let's throw him down there. It's not like I could put the pass rush snaps up, but it's not like he was doing that at a high rate. we seen out of McDonald. It's a super projection with Overshown, so it's kind of hard to box him in anywhere or compare him to a player like with Will McDonald.
Yeah. Overshown gonna be doing a whole bunch of shit. Let's get Brandon from Houston. Brandon Houston or Brandon from Houston? I gotta fix it.
Oh no.
Brandon, wake up! They're shooting! Brandon, they're shooting! Brandon, get out! Get up! Brandon!
Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow.
They shot him.
I mean, that Negan. Brandon.
Oh, he slept right through the.
Hold on, dog. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if I got another this time. I ain't got none. Shit.
Brandon.
Damn.
Bring them to me, Brandon.
Brandon, wake! All right, we gotta get Brandon back. You got Metal Gear Solid? You got Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, we can Metal Gear Solid. Let's do it.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake?
Get Brandon ass up out of here, man. MJ, what up, man? You up? You awake?
What up? What's up, fam? I see the guy fell asleep on y'all.
Yeah,
y'all that bored?
Yeah, gotta
apparently,
be
man. Apparently.
Bad show today, man. What's good? What's good, MJ? What you got, bro?
Oh man, I just talked to Steele earlier. I'm just excited with the team, ready, get ready for this camp.
Yep.
To make it, and then at the end, I think he's gonna turn it out.
Which DN?
The big boy. T-Ho.
Who?
T-Ho.
Oh, you talking about Simi? Cause you said, well. See, Marv, this wasn't me playing, right? Because people legitimately want us to watch the undrafted dudes right now. So I had to ask if you was talking about the HBCU kid, or if you was talking about the what did we go to Liberty or something? The other kid, Darrell.
Oh yeah, Johnson kid, I think.
Yeah. It's a lot of people that people want us to watch right now. So I did have to ask, but I am excited about.
As soon as the draft over, Voch. Did y'all see that ITT Tech kid?
I ain't seen him. Y'all didn't either.
Nah, we ain't seen him.
I ain't seen him.
Nah, I ain't seen me.
Yeah, me neither, Marv.
I ain't see that.
Yeah, me neither.
But the D gonna be tight. They had it. Hey man, it's gonna be crazy. That defense gonna be cold blooded.
Yeah, hell.
Oh, that guy only weight he's 239, and the kid for us is 229 to 230. Only 9 pounds.
Will Anderson? Will Anderson 239?
239.
239. Well, Marv, when they talk to the scouts, they talk to the linebackers coach. I think they talked to Will McClay also. They said that they was gonna bulk up Overshown. So I don't know how much they trying to bulk him up. I don't know how much peanut butter they trying to get him. I think they might be. I mean, like 250 maybe? I don't know, but
240.
Okay.
11 more pounds.
Sure.
Make him strong, fast.
Yeah. Peanut butter.
He can hit. You know what I'm saying? But that defense, I can't wait for the offensive line. Me and Will talk about that. That tight end, like me and Will say. Everybody mad at tight end, but hey, Voch and Will, they're gonna be calling y'all. Oh man, hey, you see how you blocked that guy? Oh my God.
Yeah. It's crazy, Marv. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But like you say, the draft ain't over because whoever gets cut, they're gonna pick up our players. They're gonna pick up that player. Everybody can't make the team. And you try to stash somebody.
Listen, Marv, let me ask something. I legitimately respect your opinion on it. People think I be bullshit. I legit respect your opinion. Out of all the rookies, so that's the draft kids and the undrafted kids, right? Who from the last two classes getting cut? Give me some names of some dudes from the last 2 or 3 classes that you think can get cut besides Nashawn Wright.
Oh.
That silence is perfect.
Well,
he don't believe. Oh, he said Nashawn Wright. Okay.
They push money on number 1. If he do something stupid, then he's gone, and he won't play for no team.
Who you said number 1?
You ain't heard about.
Who you said number 1?
Number 1.
Oh, Kelvin Joe. Okay, Jersey. Kelvin Joe. Okay.
He's on a special team, 4-3, 4-2. So they know he can do that. So
The professor
he's on the team.
that
Hey,
tight
Marv.
end book
Hey,
school
Marv.
teacher.
He get in trouble,
Yeah.
then he's getting cut.
Hey, Marv.
That's hilarious.
What about Turpin? What about Turpin, Marv? What about Turpin, Marv?
They gonna get another chance.
Huh?
So this year he only playing 17 games. It's a difference.
You say what?
So they're gonna keep Turpin.
Oh, they're gonna keep Turpin. Okay. Go ahead, Marv.
They're gonna keep Turpin.
Okay.
So all the other receivers, you know, they'll be on the 16 man on the practice squad.
But Marv, don't you think that Deuce Vaughn can push him as a kick return, punt return guy?
I can say Deuce Vaughn could probably. You might have both of them back there.
Oh,
Hey.
I hate that.
In all seriousness, though, the Moreno Cropper kid is going to push him because he got a little bit return ability, but he got way more ability in the slot. So throw him in there.
So that's the Fresno State kid, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Fresno State kid.
How he play, Marv? What do you
He
do?
can play-
I never watched him yet. I haven't watched him yet. How he play?
He played good. He's fast, man. Wide receiver, make plays. So he can get over the middle. He can burn.
Motherfucker catch you wear
Like, hit him in a lot of
shoes. Yeah,
slants.
yeah.
He's dangerous.
Yeah, me too.
He can play.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But the guy, hey, I keep telling you, that 25-year-old white kid,
Huh?
I have not watched him yet.
Ferguson?
receiver, he don't miss nothing.
Coach wide receiver Dan Campbell.
Henderson?
He run a four- That's the guy you got to watch out for. He the
Like
one.
Stone Cold Steve Austin with a beard.
You know what I'm talking about,
Full-blown
right?
beard.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Dirty. The receiver dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from Central Florida or Florida? A&M. Where he from?
Nah,
Like,
he went to
like
West Florida, Marv.
Western
West Florida.
I
Western
ain't know that was
Kentucky,
school.
Florida, something like that.
That boy can play. That boy don't miss nothing.
Yeah.
That boy is dangerous.
Yeah.
So that's the coach. That's his type of receiver.
Yeah.
So Simi got to come involved.
See him
Like
in camp.
that. Well, hurt them
Western
guys.
Kentucky, Florida, bro. Like
Video King
I
he
got questions.
hurt our receiver.
Yeah.
They got proud of these other receivers.
Right.
They ready to jump. These receivers get to come in and run. They set them guys back.
Right, Marv. I feel
Right.
you. Yeah, Marv. It's gonna be crazy, man. You know, huh?
Yeah, I said Video Raheem, he in San Diego. I'm glad he's gone.
Who?
Thank you. Now we can run a real offense.
Kellen Moore. He still calls him Sam.
He's on. Okay, Kellen. Yeah. Hey, man, Marv, man, camp gonna be fun, man. Camp gonna be fun. I'll see you there, man. Another fantastic call, man. Appreciate you, Marv. Good call, bro. I love Marv. Marv is great, man. Marv is great.
Man.
Let's get through it. Mark, what up?
Hey, what's up, boss? What's up, Skywalker? Y'all doing all right?
What's
Yes,
good,
sir,
bro?
yes, sir.
What's good, man? What's happening?
Life is good. I wish mine was better, but it ain't that bad, so I ain't complaining about it.
Hey, man, it's
I
gonna
guess
get better, bro.
I
Hang in there. Keep your head up. It's gonna get better.
Hey, I guess the word for today is versatility, huh?
Yes, sir.
You remember those days where the Cowboys and Jason Garrett and them used to talk about quote unquote position flex,
Right.
and they did your godson dirty with that. You know, they turned Connor Williams into a half bad guard.
Heard
He was a tackle coming out of college because of quote unquote position flex. They saw him as a guard when all he did was, you know, let it as a tackle in
Right.
college. But now you got coaching staff that says, hey, look, we need guys to do what we need them to do in a certain system. We got vision for guys. We can see what they are and what we can do with them. And the versatility, I guess, when you're talking about that on the defensive end, that might be the only thing that you can do. It's really not about positions, it's about roles, like you said, right? Who's going to do what job?
Yeah.
Or who can do what job? And as it relates to the Overshown kid,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of just physical stuff, physical traits, but he doesn't excel at anything other than his suddenness. He usually, if he's clean and he sees it, he's there.
Yeah.
That smacks of a linebacker,
Yeah.
but like Steele say, the guy don't tackle very well.
Right.
He hits you. If he hits you, you're going down.
Right.
But he doesn't tackle very well, so that doesn't lend him to being a Sam guy. I mean, a wheel guy. You know, and he can't be a wheel guy because he covers, but can he really cover? So you just don't know.
Right.
But I do trust Dan Quinn if he gets his hands on a guy like that seems to have a lot of the basic instincts to do certain things to figure out a role for him. But the good news is he doesn't have to figure anything out right away. Damarion does.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to. Demarion does. He doesn't have to figure out anything right now. So they got time.
Yeah, they got
time.
I just
like the idea.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of versatility as opposed to quote unquote position play.
Yeah.
I don't care about the position the guy plays. I care about the job the guy got to do.
Yeah.
That the guy does the job, that'll take care of itself. Hell, Donovan Wilson's the Sam linebacker. I don't care that he's listed as a safety. He's playing the same role. So
sure.
It's really not about the position. It's about the job.
Yeah.
We'll see if the kid can do the job. We'll see if the kid can do the job. So you guys go get off of work release, and I'll talk to you sometime.
Appreciate you, Mark. Good call, man. Good call. Good call.
So it's funny he say that because this fool Grande Poppy say he look like Vin Raines from Con Air. You ever see Con Air?
I have seen Con Air, yes, sir.
So you know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah. He say the wide receiver look like Vin Raines.
He said you look like you because the orange.
God damn. That's crazy. Come on, son. I'm up here trying to run a show here. That's crazy. I ain't
damn, right? Just damn.
Supers. I'm trying to get some food, man.
That was a super chat, though. That's what's crazy.
I ain't reading. I ain't reading.
I ain't shit today.
Hey, man, shouts out to my audience, man. Shouts out to my audience because they wouldn't be here if the content was bad. You feel me? Let's see. That's on Voch side. Hit refresh there. And boom. Here we go. Today is the 4th. All right. Guillotine 06. What's up, sir? Who's going to be LVE's backup?
Clark.
Linebacker too. Yeah.
That's why I think we need to get a better
linebacker.
Yeah. Because I mean, I hope that Devin Harper can develop into a potential middle guy too. But again, we're talking about a 6th-round pick, so I'm not putting too much stake into it. But right now, you got Overshown's a will, Jabril Cox is apparently a will. Clark is technically going to play your will while LV plays the middle, but you don't really have another middle linebacker unless Clark is being developed to be that.
Fair enough. Appreciate you, Guillotine. And brother L Drop 5 says for everything else, there's Voch and Scott MasterCard vibes. For everything else. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Shouts out to brother L, man. Brother L been clowning all day. Him and King Element just in the back of the class.
Got the best liners, man.
Yeah, for sure. Guillotine also dropped the 5 and says, I want to see the Voch All-Star Callers Roundtable. Get Marv, Martise, Uncle Charlie, Danny, and a couple more on the phone.
Hell no.
Ain't gonna be no order in that. No, sir. Marv gonna talk over everybody.
No, Danny will get you a little bit. He got me today. But Danny, he'll realize it. Like he said, my bad. Marv don't give a shit. Marv is talking through you.
It is Marv's show till 3 in the morning.
Respectfully.
On the Voch side, let's hit refresh here.
You good, Danny? You good? I'm messing with
you, man. Biggs, don't worry about what's in my cup. It's in my cup, sir. Appreciate you though. David Capel dropped a deuce and says, "What about him blitzing next to Micah at D end?" Yeah, he gonna be a forward moving player. Yeah, he gonna, you know what I mean. And look, don't get it mistaken. I think he could be a cool sideline player also because he got athleticism and closing speed. I said clothing. They talking about my orange shirt, the clothing speed. But yeah, he could be a sideline guy, but he's a upfield guy also. So yeah, I think honestly they're gonna blitz him wherever they blitz him from. One of the scouts was talking about when they were talking about Micah again that sometimes Dan asks his linebackers to blitz from the edge of the line sometimes. Yeah, that ain't gonna change with Overshown. Overshown gonna change everything. He gonna change everything.
He did it with LVE last year.
That was what boy when Vander Esch and Barr was at the end of the line. But I was like, well, it's a waste of time right here.
Waste of time. The Barr I get because he was rushing the pass throughout his career, but LVE, what are we doing? That one there, I didn't get that.
David Capel dropped a deuce and says, what about, okay, we just read it. Grandy Poppy just says, imagine Micah Osa, Mozzie, Sam Micah Osa, Mozzie, Sam Overshown, and Damone Clark on pass it down with J. Ron as green dot guy. The need for speed defense. Man, what would endgame look like? Endgame will probably be Will Steele. Are we prepared to take D-Law off the field for passing downs? We still trying to keep him on?
They didn't take McDonald. So I don't think the conversation's there anymore.
Yeah.
So I think he has to be included if you slide him inside. Unless we like, hey, Mozzie, push the pocket from the middle. But we're end game is end game. Let's not try to play around with end game. So ends, right? Who are your ends in the end game?
Sam, Dorrance, Dante, Micah, and it'll be D-Law.
Sam, Dorrance, Dante, Micah. That's 4. Oh,
that's 4 right
5? You said D-Law. You keeping Dorrance in over D-Law in this situation? I think I'd go D-Law.
Dorrance got more sacks than D-Law last year. I don't know.
Wow, you got a major turn. I remember your tune on D-Law coming into the season. You cut out on D-Law.
I still love D-Law as a run defender, but D-Law only really. Let me watch film, but let me craft this.
Watch the film.
Let me craft this take carefully. I'll be back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm quite ready to say Dorrance over D-Law in the pass rush department, but maybe we gotta go back and watch the tape.
Yeah. Let me now D-Law on run game
not run game. Pass rush.
Yeah.
Pressure wise, technique, wins.
Yeah,
I would love to see you kind of compare the two.
Yeah. B dropped the dime and says work late as fucking the bright orange tired my eyes. I guess that's Brandon from Houston. He dropped the dime, I guess. He said he worked late in the bright orange. Hey, shouts out to you. Appreciate the dime. No. Then Grandy probably talked about Ving Rhames there. Crazy. DJ said after my call and getting back on the stream, I started from the beginning of my call, so I was 8 minutes behind. I was listening until Marv got on the phone and skipped forward. Marv was still on the phone. He skipped forward and Marv was still on the phone. That's cool. Hey man, Marv. Hey, this is Marv's show, man. Marv gonna do what he do, man. Marv gonna do what he do. He's a great character in this universe. Joe gonna call in one day and be like, Marv's tripping. Yeah, so anyway, did you see what Trevon Diggs had to say? Man, come on, man. All right, let's get into it though. Let's clock out. Let's get these vittles, you heard? Let's do this. Here we go. Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, that's me, Will Steele, and Whataburger today. At the volume, when pride, okay, hold on, wait, shit, okay, wait, here we go. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. With humility comes wisdom. Hold on now. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with humility, it comes wisdom.
Yeah.
You got to humble yourself to be open to learn some shit. You know what I mean? Talking to the little woman, I was like, hey, man, you don't know everything. And you got to be good with the idea that you don't know shit right at 9 years old. You don't know nothing right now. You got to be comfortable with that before you learn something. It's real talk there, Marcus Hardison. Just arrived in Tulsa for the graduation.
Yes, indeed.
This weekend has been a long time coming. To Voch, Scott, and the chat, appreciate you, Marcus Hardison. Don't wear orange. Just wear Tulsa colors, because these motherfuckers they're gonna catch you. They're gonna catch. And you know what? Tomorrow I gotta find some San Jose shit to put on. So I ain't gonna lie tomorrow. Monday we gotta find some San Jose shit to put on. Appreciate you, Marcus Hardison. Good call. Hey man, it is fun day today. I might take a break from the Patreon today because I'm tired as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna take a break from the Patreon today. Just take a short little day off from the Patreon and get back into this thing starting Monday. You know what I mean? Get back into this thing starting Monday. Or what we'll do is we'll watch part 2 of Overshown and like Fahoko tomorrow and the next day. So then when we get to the show Monday, we'll be ready for the Fahoko breakdown because we're just going to go in order. We're just going to go in order. Damn, dog. Special K says Voch and Sky look like they're about to fight Goku and Krillin, boy. God damn. Let me get up out of here.
Somebody just posted a damn anime dip for me and what's the name earlier, so that registers a bit.
That's crazy, man. Hey, but we love y'all, man. We love y'all to pieces, man. Appreciate y'all. Fun day. Y'all be sure to hit the volume buttons. Y'all be sure to hit the like and the sub and all that because they need that engagement. They're gonna, make it to where me and Will still can buy boats and houses and shit like that. Appreciate y'all. Follow me on all my social medias, VOCHLOMBARDI, and my Patreon is patreon.com/Voch. I keep talking about the Patreon. I keep mentioning it. I keep bringing it up, but y'all need to see the motherfucker. Y'all need to be there, man. Patreon yeah, man. It's a different vibe. It's a different experience, as opposed to y'all just watching me talk at a film session. Y'all just listen to me have conversation, man. We can watch this thing together on Patreon. So be sure to tap into that. Y'all follow my guy Will Steele at Skywalker Steele, Skywalker STEELE on Twitter, and check my A to Z Dallas in the morning, 8:30 to 10:30. I gotta go to bed, man. I'm tired as hell. It's Thursday, man. Y'all hold down for the Doski Wars and Peace Whiskey till Monday. Volume.
Are you not entertained?
Beats Planet.
Are you not entertained?
Yo, they tripping. L said after watching the show, I gotta download SoundCloud again and to book a flight through Kayak because everything's orange.
Everything orange. Yeah. I said I'm not gonna roll in right in the heart of neighbors, bro.
Oh shit! American Badass Taker vibes right there.
Yeah.